What if I told you the future careers you pursue may not even have names yet? What if I told you that in just a few years, the skills we value today will be transformed by technology we can barely even imagine? What if I told you that the future of work isn't waiting for us? It's here, right now, and it demands new ways of thinking, new skills, and new leadership. And what if I told you that you are not just preparing for a job, but to shape an entirely new world?
I don't know how we could sit at this present moment and not be optimistic. I think we are living through probably the most exciting piece of the technological revolution in human history.
And I do think overall that the potential is there for artificial intelligence, AI, to have most likely a positive effect and to create a future of abundance where there is no scarcity of goods and services.
I think there will be new job creation, new skills picked up, and yes, there will be overall displacement in the labor market, which I think will be much more dynamic than we gave labor markets credit for.
I founded the Institute in 2019, having worked in industry and recognizing that there were industry gaps across standards and the way people were doing things. I found myself working in a high-precision industry that demanded quality. I was working with artisans who didn't have a concept of what this meant. And so very early on, I recognized that the sort of training that I had been given in university, doing a degree in art, meant that because doing any form of practical internship was not part of the curriculum, I was forced to pick up those standards, in the informal way, working alongside informal sector. But I picked up the concept of precision and quality working alongside foreign contractors who had this concept. And so when I founded DTI, there were two key things that I was very interested in. How do we transition young people readily into work? And how do we arm them with the sort of skill set that industry was looking for?
So for some reason, I've been here at DTI, I've had the opportunity to develop greater work ethics and resilience and also stronger self-awareness. I'm able to adapt efficient use of my time.
Since I came, I think DTI has really boosted my confidence. That is, I'm able to adjust and interact with people freely. And I'm also time conscious because we wake up very early, do everything in time. With the soft skills I learned from DTI, when I enter into any work institution, I'll be able to adapt and collaborate with the people around me.
There are a lot of networks I made from my student time being in DTI. The DTI gave me a lot of networks. For the programs you organize, to the workshops you attend, I made a lot of networks through them. So they're always bringing works for me.
My transformative experience here in DTI is I've become more confident. Usually I'm not outgoing. Right now I'm sitting in front of a camera. My old self wouldn't have been able to do this. I think DTI is preparing me well enough to face the working environment.
We are very big at DTI in ensuring that transitions to work starts from day one. That means that the sort of attitude we expect you to have as a young person means that it starts from within the mindset that you are transitioning from academia and you're entering the world of work. It would require a learner that is adapt to lifelong learning, because as industry trends change, there's the need for you to constantly be upskilling and reskilling.
Look, I think building the skills that the continent needs going into the fifth industrial revolution is so important, because I think the continent is in pole position to become the marketplace and the production house of choice for all the economies around the world. And you have to think about how the economic system we are working in works with the industrial revolution. You need factors of production, and the factors of production in this knowledge economy are young people who can learn, young people that have built continuous learning habits to learn and to adapt the technology. So I think the continent is very uniquely positioned, because unlike other continents, we have millions of young people who would become millions of people consuming in the digital economy, who will become millions of people that have built the necessary skills to participate in the digital economy. And so Africa can become the place of choice in terms of marketplaces. I think over and above, you need the critical soft skills, as we like to call them. And I really don't like to call them soft skills. I like to call them core skills. I think that, if you're Gen Z today and you want to really rapidly use technology, you must have critical problem-solving skills. You can't run away from that because, again, technology is a tool. So if you don't think critically and creatively around how you're solving it, how then do you use the technology, right? So I think you must think about, perhaps these core skills. You must have critical skills. You must be able to solve problems on the fly, essentially, so that AI better becomes an extension of how fast you solve for that. So I think that's super critical in terms of skills. And so we need institutions like DTI who boldly claim that they are building future skills, exactly what is needed in this knowledge economy and this digital economy. Because if you look at the rapid evolution of technology, you need people that can articulate that and help then fill a skills gap for this rapid growing technology. And I think that organizations like DTI who practicalize learning through proper hands-on training and also doing that deeply with industry so that they can build industry relevant skills are just what are needed in this digital economy.
So I find that if you're a young person in an era that opens your mind to the whole world, I can only imagine if we're to use technology intelligently, what we'll do would absolutely amaze us. Because really, if you look at where Africa's youth will take the rest of the world in terms of human capital, let's embrace it and let's recognize that we have that power to transform the world.
At BTI, our alumni are shaping industries across the nation, from oil and gas to mining, agriculture to construction, engineering, the creative art, interior design, and even hospitality. DTI graduates are seamlessly transitioning into these key factors, driving innovation and growth everywhere they go.
To the graduation class of 2023-2024, I know when you first stepped in our doors, I'm sure you asked yourself whether you were in the right place. But I'm sure as you're graduating and you're leaving, you know that you made the right choice. And so I'd like to congratulate you for your grit. I'd like to congratulate you for upholding the values of what DTI stands for. As you go out into the world, I'd like to remind you of those values. These values will serve you for life. And so congratulations, class of 2023-2024, you made it.
Today, we celebrate not just a graduation, but the beginning of a journey, one where each of you has the power to shape the future. Equipped with the skills, the vision, and the drive from your time at DTI, you are ready to lead in industries, transform communities, and inspire change across Africa. This is your moment, and the future of work is yours to create.